Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. This podcast being brought to you by omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE at checkout to get all the savings at omahasteaks.com. All right, so here's where we are for a Wednesday. 2-1, 1-2. So we are a 3-3 down the juice week going here. I'm giving you this podcast here on a Wednesday. I'm going to give you Thursday's podcast early, and there very well might be some golf bets coming for Thursday for the PGA Championship. I'm on a plane to Chicago later today, about 5 o'clock Pacific time. So I'm going to tape before. Then Thursday, I will tape Friday's podcast. I will tape that coming up late night on Thursday. After we do the show for my other show called The Bostonian versus the Book, we'll be live at the Over-Under Bar in Chicago. So looking forward to doing that on Thursday. And then Friday night, I'll tape Saturday's podcast when I get back to Vegas, which is going to be very late at night on Friday night. So just a heads up as to how this is going to go. You're going to see me doing podcasts again in weird places and hotel rooms. And I'm staying at the same place that I stayed in April. I liked it so much, we're going back to the same hotel. So you may recognize the setup for when I do the podcast coming up for Friday's podcast. And then Saturday's podcast will be back here in Vegas, but late night. Okay, so that's what we're doing. 3-3 with the 3 sports, 3 bets and 3 sports. 3, 3, 3, 3. Threes are wild. One more day of this, okay? I'll do this here on Wednesday. Probably change it up on Thursday and Friday. So just if you don't like it, last day of this, and then we'll see if we can have a winning experiment, and then we'll go from there. So Boston Bruins, how about that win yesterday, though? That was great. Jeremy Swayman, what a game. He was unbelievable. Bruins were great. I still think they'd lose it in 6, but I thought they'd win last night. I didn't bet it, but I thought they'd win last night just because if Jim Montgomery lost that game, I think he would have been fired. I think he saved his job with that game. 2-1 win for Boston. They head to a game 6. Wouldn't it be crazy if Boston came back and beat the Panthers when they were down 3-1 after what happened last year when the Bruins were down 3-1? That would be something, huh? Not saying it's going to happen, but history and sports gods, they do have a sense of humor. So, I don't know. We'll see what Game 6 looks like for the Bruins. But Dodgers comes in with a 10-2 win over the Giants. We're now 18-9 in Major League Baseball. I mean, playoffs are tough. Playoffs have been tough. Both NBA basketball and NHL basketball have not gone great. Baseball's been saving my bacon. Got a baseball play for you guys coming up here today. I will have a couple plays. The Dodgers haven't announced their starting pitcher yet, so I can't bet the Dodgers until, but it's 7.5. So if you don't care, you want to take a flyer on a over. Every game this year so far against the Giants has gone over 7.5. It's 5 games, 5 overs. Bet the streak, right? But I can't realistically do that until the Dodgers name a starting pitcher. So want some extra baseball. There's that. Dodgers run line, not a bad play either, plus 122. Not a bad bet either there. So Dodgers over, Dodgers run line against the Giants, but those are not part of the official plays here for the Daily Juice. There's some extra stuff if you guys were to want it. So what is part of the official plays for the Daily Juice? Look, the Boston Celtics team total is 55.5 up against Cleveland here, okay? Cleveland's not going to be able to stop Boston. I think Boston scores 60 points here tonight. I think the Garden's going to be rocking. I think the Garden will smell blood in the water. It's a chance to take down the Cleveland Cavaliers and sit back and watch the other series, and hopefully that you see the Pacers win Game 6. They go to 7, tire out the Knicks even more. I think the Knicks will win the series in 7, and then Boston has a beat-up, limping in New York Knicks team. Boston can take care of New York, and then we're on to the NBA Finals, where they're probably going to see the Denver Nuggets, who had a crazy game for Jokic. We bet the under 206. No good. That got missed. Jokic was tremendous last night. 40 points, double-double was awesome for the Nuggets. We don't get that bet right. And then 3-2 win for Picard and company. First ever playoff start for the dude. How about that? He gets the win 3-2, so the over 6.5 does not hit in that one, but that was just a principal play. We're going to bet it. Celtics, principal play. Over 55.5. First half team total. Just a principal play, okay? Boston, I think, scores 60 points here tonight up against Cleveland in a knockout setting. First bet, Boston, over 55.5 team total in the first half at minus 118. Bet number 2, we go to Major League Baseball. This is going to be interesting. Brewers and the Pirates. So everyone's talking about Paul Skeens, right? I'm going to see Paul Skeens pitch on Friday at Wrigley Field for the Pirates. But today, it's Martin Perez up against Robert Gasser. Now, this Gasser kid made one start so far here in his Major League Baseball career. And Robert Gasser is a lefty who who threw 6 shutout innings against the Cardinals while K-ing 4 in a victory in his first start, a big victory. It's like 11-2 type of victory. Gasser's not a top 100 prospect, as you guys can read about all this on fantasypros.com, which I love doing research on players I don't know about on fantasypros.com. He is a guy with a pretty high floor, lefty, great command, full arsenal up against a team that can't hit. Pirates can't hit. Perez isn't awful, but Pirates can't hit. Moneyline's only minus 137 here on the Brewers. Brewers are just better. I mean, the Pirates are a team that's just, they're not going to beat the better teams in the National League, and I think the first place Brewers are one of the better teams in the National League. They're 25-17. They're just 5-5 over their last 10 games, but 11-9 at home. That's going to change. The Pirates, well, they're 5-5 as well, but they're 10-12 on the road, and things have not been going great for Pittsburgh. They're 6.5 games back of the Brewers. I'm taking the money line. Brewers, Gasser, money line, minus 137 for 1.37 units. And since we're laying a little extra juice there, I'm going to come back with a bet that's got some plus money on it. The Dallas Stars against the Avalanche in this postseason have scored 3, 5, 4, and 5. Game 1, they scored 3 and lost in overtime. That was the only time they didn't score over 3 goals here in this series. Does Georgiev suddenly stop Dallas? I don't think so. Does this game probably go over? Yeah, probably. But I think 4-1 is very possible. 4-2 is very possible. So I don't want to lay and take over 6.5. Instead, I'm just going to take the Stars offense. Keep scoring goals. As I said, 3, 5, 4, 5. Team total, 3.5. Dallas Stars, plus money. Plus 106 on Dallas to score 4 goals tonight. Going to play the law of averages. Going to play the streak. Over 3.5 goals. Plus 106 for the Dallas Stars at home tonight up against the Colorado Avalanche. May need an open net to get it, but 4-1 I think is a very possible final here tonight. Team total over 3.5. Plus 106 for Dallas tonight, the Stars. Okay? 3 bets in 3 sports for one more Wednesday. We'll change it up tomorrow for a golf and other PGA tournament type of podcast. But Celtics team total, first half, over 55.5 at minus 118. Brewers money line, minus 137 at home against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we're taking the Stars team total over 3.5 goals here in their potential clincher against the Avalanche. That is a plus 106 team total, 1 unit play on that. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. Every morning, Daily Juice Podcast. It's always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.